Hello and welcome to TaraCherie.org. This is Tara Cherie. It's just so great to be with you here, friends, meeting with you face to face. And there's a topic we're going to be doing a series on that I'm absolutely passionate about, and that is regarding our time. Very simply put, some of us are working way too many hours. Some of us think that we're going to get ahead by working more hours. That's going to get us out of the financial rut that we're in. But what if I told you that the opposite is true? That if you could leverage and work less hours, that would mean more income for you. It would also mean more time freedom to do the things that you enjoy doing, more time with your friends, your family, your loved ones, whatever the case may be. If you are somebody that is spiritual and believes, having more time to actually give to the Lord, or whatever religion you study. Okay, and also at the same time scheduling that fun time in and still being able to schedule time to achieve your goals. So really what it's supposed to be doing is maximizing your time so that you can have more time available to enjoy those things that you love and you desperately feel that you need and want to accomplish for this year in 2015. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you to take a look at and invest into, and it's just really, really small, all it's going to require for the most part is your time. I would recommend and encourage you to get a planner. Now that could be a day planner, that could be a calendar that you use. I would actually recommend it be broken down by the hour, so that way you can schedule your time in more effectively. You could even go online. I think if you just do a Google search, I think would be sufficient enough. You can actually put in time management, calendars, and it should be able to pull up some examples for you that you can break it down by the hour. Just get creative, play with that a little bit. I'm sure you'll find what it is that you need, and that actually should be free. If you're somebody that wants to use your phone or do Google Docs, there's so many different ways that you can schedule and manage your time. I don't know about you, but I personally, friends, enjoy having something that is printed out in front of me that I can handwrite, change, that I can make copies of, make those changes as my year changes. I try to evaluate my time about every 3 to 6 months, because sometimes we go through transitional changes in life. We may get a promotion, our children might be playing sports and the schedule changes, we might have to work a whole different set of hours, maybe we just go on a different shift, something along those lines, or over time our goals just shift, and so we need to take a look at our time, because here's the thing. If you are not designing the way that your time should look like, and many of you don't even know that you can design your time, but the truth is you absolutely can design your time, and you can show it where it needs to go in your daily life, because if not, time is going to find a way to get sucked. It's going to get sucked completely out of you. If you don't show it where it needs to go, it's going to completely run you and take over your life. And we all know that that happens, right? Our intent might be pure, we might have a good heart, our heart may completely be in the right place, but it's getting sucked into Facebook, and really what it was is that you were just looking at checking your emails, and that turned into, oh, let me go on to Facebook, let me see what's going on in my life in the night and the day of Facebook, right? And so what ends up being, oh, I'll just check it a couple minutes, ends up being you reading a post, ends up being 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, next thing you know, half an hour was spent on Facebook when you were supposed to be cooking dinner, or you were supposed to be spending time with loved ones, or you were supposed to be getting ready for the next day, or you and your husband were going to sit down and you were going to plan your vacation for the summer with your family. So these are all things that no matter how noble your intent, time just has a way of getting away from us sometimes. It gets sucked out of us. It goes to different places that we really didn't intend for it to actually go. So it's really important that we be held accountable. Well, what better way to hold ourselves accountable than to actually come up with a tracking tool that's going to help us to stay on track and hold us accountable, whether that's by the half hour, whether that's by the hour, the next couple of hours, that next day. I mean, whatever you design your time to look like, what better way than actually having a calendar or some sort of schedule that's completely in front of you. So what I would encourage you and recommend you to do, that once you have that sheet, that planner, that calendar in front of you, and to decide what is it that is important in your life. Is it getting your finances in order? Is it a matter of gaining more time back and spending some time creating an action plan as to where you can delegate, Another would be, where you need to tell your time, where it needs to go concerning maybe handing some projects over that you have that are taking an hour or two away from your family. Are you bringing homework with you? Would you like to eliminate that? What can you do to eliminate that? That may require, a couple hours out of each week in order to delegate those projects or those tasks that have been taking over your time. I would really encourage you, if you are the praying type, to really pray about where you're placing your time. Where are you allocating that time? Where do you want to see that go? These are all really, really, really important factors. The next thing that you might want to take a look at is, how much time are you spending with your family? Are you making it to your practices for your children? Are you there to tuck them in bed at night? Are you really there to be involved with their homework and see what it is that they're learning in school? Are you having a family sit time at dinner? How is it that you are getting your household chores done? Is the laundry piling up? Do you have 10 piles of laundry sitting around? Do you schedule time to vacuum the floors and clean the toilets and do the dishes? Or are they piling up? Is your floor a mess? Are things scattered everywhere? Do you take time to tell your finances where to go? Or are your bills piling up? These are all things that you want to take a look at. If you are a business owner, where are you wanting to go in 2015 with your time? Are you scheduling time to achieve those goals? Are you specifically allocating a specific set of business hours, or are you just working around the clock as you get calls in on your phone or text messages or emails? Are you working throughout the day, or are you really diligently working and maximizing the time that you have when you are set with those set scheduled business hours? And so these are all things that you really want to take a look at when you're considering your schedule. I encourage you to think about how many free hours do you want on a weekly basis? Are you looking at 2 hours? Are you looking at an extra hour? Are you looking at an extra 5 hours? So that's going to be your basis for deciding what is important in your schedule during that week. And it may not be that you can get everything in a week. It might be that it's a series of weeks, that you take the time to plan the vacation, that you take the time to work on freeing your work schedule, that you take the time to figuring out what can I change about my daily routine so I can be there for my kids more. And so these are all things that are going to be helpful to you in freeing up that time. So take a look at your schedule. Your first step is to really start praying before you write that schedule out and before you purpose it. I personally love the idea that Danny Johnson, our corporate trainer, had given us about using highlighters. I think green was for, I decided was for financial, maybe pink was for family, orange was for work time, yellow was for God time. Those were all things that were important to myself as an example, that I actually dedicated that time so that way I could keep things in the proper order. For our household and being married to my husband and having a 3-year-old daughter, what came first in our order when looking at our schedule was God time. Then came time with my family, making sure that I was attentive to our daughter's needs, making sure that I was attentive to our husband's needs. It wasn't just about me and my needs, it was about learning how to effectively help my family to win. So anything that I could do that would pertain to them, it didn't matter where I was at with work. The emails, the phone was put up until I could get my family settled accordingly. I am a mom and a wife first, then a business owner. So that brings me to the next step in order. So sequentially and logistically came that work time. And then from there came the extracurriculars. And so that would be, the time that I wanted to spend planning a family vacation or planning a family outing, looking at the goals, seeing what I could accomplish, those kinds of things. So that came last after everything else was done. And in addition to that, I guess you could include it either in your work time or your extracurriculars too, would be cleaning your home and making sure that those tasks are done. I work no more managing, for example, 3 different businesses and having another side passive income and investment that my husband and I are committed to. In all of that time, in doing so, I'm working no more than 20 hours a week. And maybe an extra 5 or 10 hours of that is actually spent cleaning and doing things like meal planning and going grocery shopping, which I'll show you a little bit more on that. That's going to be a little bit later on in our series here. And also in cleaning the house, any extra errands or phone calls or anything like that that needs to be made, that's the time that I take care of those matters. So I hope that this helps you. I hope that this first series has been an absolute complete blessing. So we're just going to recap here before we wrap up just 2 important keys that I encourage you to do in this first series. First of all, pray. And commit, set apart, hold yourself accountable, print off a schedule, design what you want that to look like. And this next section or series of video, I'm going to go ahead and cover with you, and I'm going to actually take time to expand on the schedule because there's something that actually coincides that I really want you to take a look at here that's going to go nicely along with your schedule. So if that is the case and you're looking at how it is that you're going to continue to maximize your time, you've prayed, you have an idea where you're going, you want to create a system and a roadmap for doing so, you're going to want to stay tuned. We're going to expand on what this weekly, monthly schedule should look like and mean for you in 2015. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.